And I will tell you, I'm sorry to admit, but it has been a solid 60 seconds since we've done a video.
It has been a minute.
But here we go again. We do fun videos, we do marketing videos. Some of our marketing videos are fun.
I guess at the end of this, you tell us which one this is.
Is this our quirky video? I think it's our educational video.
We're trying, yeah.
Maybe it's a quirky educational video.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Signature Rader Homestein video. Quirky educational.
Okay.
So here we go.
We're gonna talk about lenders, okay? You get to choose who you work with, not us. We want you to have the best experience possible. And who you choose can absolutely change how that whole process looks and what your outcome actually is. Do you get that house or not?
Or does it fall apart on the day before closing?
We feel strongly that you are going to have the best experience with someone who is a good local lender. Those are two different criteria that are important, good and local. There are a lot of big names, nationwide companies, .com companies. You're gonna see them in commercials and hear ads for them and see ads for them.
Or the big bank that you're loyal to.
Yes,
could be that too.
True. A lot of people think they're bank's money. Of course I go to them. Not necessarily the best choice, okay? Absolutely apply with them, see what you think. They'll probably tell you we'll get you a better interest rate, or we'll be able to have thousands of dollars less in closing fees, lender fees. But it's night and day difference in the service you're gonna get, how the transaction proceeds, and whether you actually get the house. 3 big things.
Disclaimer, we want to make sure we're just open on this. We have people we like to work with, and we make recommendations based on performance and professionality. Did I say that? Okay. Never on will they give us something in return. We have a couple people we like that have.
We do not get
over and over
kickbacks.
again.
It's not legal. We wouldn't do it.
So this is purely on experience and what you're going to get out of the experience.
We care about you. So we already told you our opinion. Now we're going to give you 2 out of the 3 examples that we've experienced in the last 12 months that will illustrate to you something that is not abnormal when you go with that lender. First of all, I'll share my experience. Again, they were lured in to go with the .com lender because they were going to save maybe a few $1,000s in the end. And hey, we all want to save a few $1,000s. That's awesome.
Shop on Amazon, right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's a great idea, but at what cost? Okay, so for these wonderful clients that we had, they decided that they wanted to go with this lender, even though we'd given them other references to check in with, but nope, that was their decision, and we will support you. Gave us their pre-approval letter, we're shopping for months, and finally, the dream house is found. We found it, saw it as soon as it hit the market, sent it to them. Yes, interested, go to look at it, love it, this is the one. All right, we pull out our expertise, write up an offer in a very competitive situation. This was by far a multi-offer situation. It was incredible. Details, different video. Anyhow, write up the offer, send in the pre-approval letter. It's a weekend, as always. And the seller's agent doesn't like the lender and their pre-approval letter. I don't blame them. So here we are. They're gonna decide by Sunday afternoon, evening, and they're not going to accept our buyer's offer because of the lender provided, so you better get us something else. We spent Saturday going, what can we do to make this happen? He gets on the phone with the lender.
I called this big name. I actually got through.
Which was actually surprising because it was Saturday. However, it was during business hours.
And I explained the situation and the necessity to move quickly, and the lady on the phone said, we can't do anything. And it was not like till Monday, it was like, to get what we needed, it was gonna take at least a week at the earliest. And that was it. That was it. I mean, we were done.
This is the customer service they provide, and if it doesn't fall within that and within their business hours, they were done. They wouldn't have even answered the phone had it been 5:30 at night.
Or Sunday.
Or a Sunday, yes. So where does that leave our buyers? They almost lost the house because there was no way their offer was getting accepted. They were competing against cash. So we said, you guys, we need to call in the other lender that we recommended from the beginning. They did so. I am not exaggerating when I say it was midnight that I was laying in bed texting the lender and working with the lender on this file. She gets up in the middle of the night and works on the case file, gets together some stuff for these clients so that by Sunday, she provided the appropriate paperwork needed to present an offer. We competed against a cash offer and we worked our butts off as a team to have a success story.
Yeah.
And yet they were this close to losing on the dream
There was
house.
no way they had a chance without a change. It was just done at that point. It was nothing would have happened. It was going the other way.
So save a few $1,000s, but not get the house you want. Or work with your lender. You might end up the same bottom line in the end, truly.
But customer service is the bottom line here. Are you gonna get
Nobody
the house
else,
or not?
yeah, nobody else is gonna be available on weekends and working on your file at midnight if they work for one of those companies or your local bank. Absolutely not.
Second story.
Second story.
A lady from out of state, a single mom, was moving here. She contacted us. She had a pre-approval already from a major national company that you know who they are. And we tried to encourage her to try other options. Try the builder's lender. They give you incentives, or lenders we work with. And she just didn't want to do it. Life is busy. She's like, you know what, we're done. I got a pre-approval, let's move on. And she felt some loyalty to them too. So despite our encouragement, she went forward, they got the contract. It's a 6-month build out, plenty of time to get everything worked out, and we're in the last month, and this big lender starts causing problems. We can't get an appraisal out there. So that was the first stress. It was no appraisals. And we called and we called and we called and we sent threatening emails. And that was the first level. That was the easy part.
So we don't have connections out there. We just haven't been able to get an appraisal.
Whereas our other lenders were having no problems.
We can get one next week.
I thought, great, we're done. No, that was not the hard part. The hard part was they screwed up on their numbers, and literally within the last week before closing, they just said we can't close the loan. The buyer doesn't meet our criteria based on income.
But nothing had changed.
It was nothing, no job, nothing was different. They messed up. So the sad part was this woman had moved in with her daughter, enrolled her in school, anticipating a close. It fell apart. She was just like, I can't stick around and pay for this short-term hotel. She pulled her daughter out of school, went back home to Illinois, and we kind of rebooted. The builder was cool, started over with a different lender locally. A month and a half later, she closed. Came back, she's in her house. I mean, it was stressful for us, but.
And again, nothing had changed for this woman. It was all on the lender.
Yeah, totally avoidable with communication and accountability. The big problem is these big companies, they don't seem to really feel accountable. It's another transaction. If they can't push it through, who cares? Local people know the importance and have a connection personally, and they will do what they can.
They're going to show up at your closing possibly if it's a really good lender. They're going to give you a closing gift. You're not going to get one from somebody else that's like that. They actually do care about you, which is why we're doing this video, because we care about you. I feel like we got super serious during this video. It's not as lighthearted.
During the middle of all that, it was super serious. I mean, we were feeling it for our people.
We want you to have the best experience you can. So if you have questions about this content about lenders we recommend. If you want more details, contact us. If you're thinking, no, I've done it before, I've closed with the .com lender, I'm gonna stick with them, that's fine. We'll do it, no problem. Sometimes it works. We have closed transactions with them. That's fine. But overall, we want the message to be there are a lot of experiences and history behind them not coming through on the service. Night and day difference in the service they provide, and many times in the results.
Well done.